Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Stack Sats Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Keep saving in Bitcoin. HODL, baby, HODL. Okay, Bitcoin is down to $69,820. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? The same thing we've been doing for the past year and a half. We're gonna stick to our schedule. We're gonna buy some Bitcoin, take custody of the Bitcoin, and move on with our lives. Okay. We're going to do the same thing we've been doing when Bitcoin was at 26,000, when Bitcoin was at 35,000, when Bitcoin was at 50,000, 58K, 70, 68, 67, whatever, 65. We're going to do the same thing we've been doing for the past year and a half, and that is we stack sats. Otherwise, it would be called the Sell Sats Show, but we stack sats. We don't sell sats. We're going to keep the show kind of short today. We're gonna get on here, go through our segments, and buy some Bitcoin, and I'll let you guys go. Move on with your lives. It's Wednesday. No, wait, it's not Wednesday. It's Thursday. Dang, it's a fast week. Is it Thursday? It is Thursday. The debate has not been settled. We have not concluded on what food item we shall have on a Thursday. Taco Tuesday, Wings Wednesday, blank Thursday. What are we having on Thursdays, boys? Let me know. It's got to rhyme too. Round of applause from a live studio audience for Leonard. What up, Leonard? Good to see you. Leonard, we need to meet up for lunch soon. For like some tacos or something good. And round of applause to Ollie in the house. What up, Ollie? All right, here we go. Let's get into the first segment of the show that we like to call the Sat Strength. Sat Strength! All right, we're using timechainstats.com. Go over there and use that site for your Bitcoin statistics needs. They have a lot of cool features. I don't use 1% of the features they have here, but it's cool. You guys can check them all out. Okay. Oh, what's that one? Stocks versus Bitcoin. Ooh, what is this? Apple versus Bitcoin. Oh, what is this? We have to play with this today. Apple stock versus Bitcoin. Wah. What else? Amazon versus Bitcoin. Wah. Let's go more than a week. That's a weekly. Each candle represents a week. Okay, that's cool. I'm done with that. Okay. Got it. Okay, we'll have to look at that during the Why We Stack segment, because that's pretty cool. All right. Let's go back to what we're looking at over here. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $69,871.32. Today, you can once again buy over 1,400 Satoshis for a single dollar, which is good. What is a Satoshi, or a SAT for short? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. So if you can accumulate 100 million Satoshis, you in essence have a whole Bitcoin. It's important to highlight that during every episode of the show because we never know who's watching. Maybe someone's here for the first time just trying to learn about Bitcoin and they think they're priced out. They see the $69,000 price tag and they're like, damn, I'll never be able to get a Bitcoin because I didn't get in soon enough. Well, that's not a problem, okay? You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin to get started. You can buy fractions of a Bitcoin, and those fractions of a Bitcoin behave the same way a whole Bitcoin does. It's got the same properties, it's got the same sovereignty, it's got the same resistance to inflation, and it's got the same increase in purchasing power over time for as long as you hold that Bitcoin, okay? So, let's say you're walking down the street minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day that penny could buy you right now 14.31 Satoshis. Crazy, right? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Hard HODL. What up, Hard HODL? Good to see you in here. If she don't stack with you, she ain't the one. Oh, let's go. Dang. Spitting out truths over here. Truths. The truths. The truth shall set you free. All right, let's get into the next topic, the next segment of the show. And that next segment of the show is called Why We Stack. We're keeping things short and sweet. And I do want to shout out a channel that I've been kind of watching a lot this past couple of weeks. This week, Bitcoin with Dinny. Oh man, he's good. I like his personality. He's so like, he's funny in a cool way, and he's super like, yeah. Bitcoin with Dinny. You guys need to look him up. He's got some good videos. Like, he gets you pumped up, you know. Also, some of the videos that well, Simply Bitcoin is a great channel, but what's his name? Rustin's videos lately in the past month have been so good. So check out Simply Bitcoin. Rustin's videos are so good. I mean, they have all good videos on their channels, but for sure, Rustin's videos have been standing out like recently. He's got the right delivery. His editing is getting really good, and it just makes you smile, and it's just like makes you bullish as ever. Okay, so anyway, go check out those two channels if you haven't already. Most of you come from there anyway. All right, so let's talk about why we stack. We stack because saving in Bitcoin shields us from inflation. The inflation that is coming, the tsunami of money printing that is coming as soon as the election is over. It doesn't matter who wins, if it's Kamala or if it's Trump. They're both, either of them are going to print money for different reasons. But the point is, the money supply is not going to decrease when somebody gets elected. It's going to continue to increase. And as that money supply increases, the value of the dollars that you're holding in your possession, the purchasing power of those dollars in your possession goes down. Okay? So when I say that you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once, if you want to shield $1,000 from the grasp of inflation, put it into Bitcoin. If you want to shield $10,000 from the grasp of inflation, put it into Bitcoin. If you want to shield $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, sorry, with the $100,000 worth of value from inflation, put it into Bitcoin, right? At that point, if you have $100,000, you're buying more than one Bitcoin, right? But like, anyway, the point is, you don't have to have a minimum amount. You can shield $1 from inflation and just buy 1,400 Satoshis, and that dollar's worth of value, right, will appreciate against the dollar because it's outside the grasp of inflation. That purchasing power that the dollar represented when you bought the Bitcoin, that purchasing power stays the same or grows when it's being held in Bitcoin against the dollar, right? Because the dollar is losing value against Bitcoin, okay? And it's pretty crazy. So why do we stack? That's why we stack. We stack for our last names. We stack for our future generations, for our descendants, so they have the opportunity to do something with their time that's more than just work their whole life away, okay? And we also stack for ourselves, depending on how long you've been stacking. If you've been stacking hard enough, you too will have the benefit of enjoying that freedom to do whatever you want with your time, because you won't have to worry about working your fingers to the bone just to survive, right? That is why we stack. And we stack because we understand that for every hour we put of overtime and set aside that savings into Bitcoin, it's like going back in time and giving ourselves a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for that extra hour of overtime that we already did in the past, for as long as we hold the Bitcoin that represents that hour of overtime, right? In other words, however long it takes you whatever it takes you to build up $1,000 worth of value, okay? Think of what it takes you to build up $1,000 worth of value. Like, do you have to work for a week, work for a day, sell something, whatever, right? Whatever it takes you to make $1,000 worth of value, just by putting that into Bitcoin, you avoid having to do that same amount of work again to earn a second $1,000 to get to $2,000, right? Whereas if you're saving in dollars, you do that work to get to $1,000 worth of value, and while you're working on your second $1,000 worth of value, your first $1,000 is worth half. so you're at $1,500, right? While the guy that took the first 1,000 and put it into Bitcoin, he's already at $2,000, and he didn't have to do anything else while you're working on your second 1,000, right? And you're still going to end up $500 shorter, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. That is why we stack, short and sweet and to the point. I see McLovin in the house. What up, McLovin? Happy Halloween, everybody. If you celebrate Halloween, trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. It's all inclusive because when people who are earning significantly less can still use the network. Yep, exactly. Exactly. There's no barrier to entry, right? And if you're watching this video in the future, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, maybe I'm not even around by then, right? Who knows? 20 years is a long time. Maybe 50 years from now, for sure I'll be gone. 100 years from now, for sure I'll be gone, right? And you might be asking yourself, dang, look at this guy. He was saving in Bitcoin back in 2024 before the 2025 epic God candle that melted everybody's faces. This guy was saving in Bitcoin. Imagine if we were that guy. Well, 4 years from wherever you're at now, in the future, right? You might be in the same boat. Maybe you're stacking to get to 100 Satoshis, right? That's crazy, right? Right? Maybe you're trying to get to 100 Satoshis. Maybe you're trying to get to, I don't know, 1,000 Satoshis or 1,000,000 Satoshis, right? Maybe in that year that you're watching this video on, your equivalent to one Bitcoin in this time is 100 Satoshis or 1,000 Satoshis or 10,000 Satoshis or 100,000 Satoshis, right? It's crazy. It's crazy to think of it that way, okay? And you might be saying to yourself, man, with a whole Bitcoin in 100 years from now, what will you be able to afford with one whole Bitcoin, right? Like with one whole Bitcoin, could you buy a house? Probably a really nice house on a really big piece of land, right? Anyway, it's wild. It's wild. So I know that when I stack, I'm not going to see the full benefits of the Bitcoin myself, right? But I know my kids will, my kids' kids will. So that's good. Okay. All right. Anyway, that is why we stack for the future, for our descendants, and to have a say in how our hard work and labor gets spent. Okay. Because remember, when you take that value outside the paper money system, you take it away from the grasp of the government, whether you like who's in office or not. You take that away from them because they can't debase you and use that value to do things that maybe you don't agree with, right? Anyway, that is why we stack, and that is the segment. Let's do a round of applause from the live studio audience. I don't know. All right, it feels right. It feels like we got to wrap it up that way. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, smack that like button in the face. Slap that like button. And let's continue with the show. Oh my gosh. Crack myself up. Right. Next order of business, we're going to talk about the stack recap, because we don't only talk about stacking sats here Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We actually do it every weekday. We buy at least $20 worth of Bitcoin, depending on the price of Bitcoin. If the price of Bitcoin is below our average buy price in 2024, we buy $40. If it's above our average buy price, like it is today, we buy $20. So today, we're going to be buying $20 worth of Bitcoin live right now during the show in a couple minutes. And let's go and review the stack for since the beginning of the show, about a year and 6 or 8 months. And one other thing to note, two things to note. First of all, we're almost at $10,000 in investment. I think we're going to hit $10,000 right now, right? Another thing to note is that is today Bitcoin white paper day? Somebody double check me. Is that right, Hard Huddle or McLovin? Is today Bitcoin white paper day? October. Yeah, it is. October 31st. It's Halloween, right? It's when the Bitcoin white paper was released. 5 days until we fundamentally transform America back. Oh, oh, you're funny. You're funny. All right. Well, I hope everybody's out there voting. Get your voting done. If you're able to vote, it's your duty, right? But at the same time, we vote here every day. Look at These are the receipts of my vote. I voted $5 there. I voted $5 there. I voted $5 there. Okay. All right. The current stack is again 0.3073635 for the show, and we're about to break $10,000 in investing, $10,000 in saving into Bitcoin. Okay. So now that we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna buy, there's only one thing left to do: kill the music, cue the song. It's time to stack some sats. Watch your ears. Alrighty. Here we go. Oops. Here we go. I'm opening up my app. Going into the Strike app. Hit the buy button. $20 worth of Bitcoin getting queued up. Hit it next. It's ready. Cut the music. Start the drum roll. And confirm. Liftoff. We're buying $20 worth of Bitcoin today on the Stack Sats show. For the future. Woo! Just like that. And just like that, we've stacked an additional 28,224 Satoshis for the Stack Sats show. That's added to the spreadsheet. Yesterday I forgot to add it to the spreadsheet live, so oops. So I need to copy that over here. So, yeah, I did. I forgot to add it. Here. Okay, cool. 10, 31, 24. Today we bought at $70,188.49. We bought $20 worth. The yield was 0.000282224 Bitcoin. And just like that, we've added some more Satoshis to the stack. Copying this over to the other one. Bam. Bam. All right. Final total for the show so far is 0.3076456 Bitcoin for the holdings of the show. And for the first time since we've started stacking here, we are up. Well, we've set aside $10,000. Jeez, that's a significant amount of money, guys. You know, over a year and a half, we've stacked $10,000 worth of Bitcoin live during the show. It's pretty cool, you know. $10,000 worth of live buys, not even counting the buys that we did for the 100 stacks challenge and the stuff we've sold along the way. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay. So, what's the value of our current Bitcoin right now? Let's see. Just right here. And two. Yeah, that's it. That's it. The value of the holdings for the show. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right. So, if you add up all the things we've been doing for the past year and a half, stacking daily or week. Stacking Monday through Friday. Let's see, selling stuff in exchange for Satoshis, right? And doing challenges like this, saving some Bitcoin saving Bitcoin every day for 100 days. And even I don't even think we're counting the Grom benefits on there, right? But anyway, it's crazy, right? If you would have told me that I was gonna start a YouTube channel and that YouTube channel was gonna drive me to save and be able to have $21,000 on the side, I'd have been like, "You're nuts! You're crazy! What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?" Right? But there it is. Those are the numbers. You can see it right there. It's not a joke. Okay, 0.3764576 Bitcoin right now has a market value of $21,580. Okay, That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, guys. Right? In 1 year, just this year, only talking about 2024, we've set aside $6,525. And it's worth about $7,968. It's gone up about $2,000. Right? That's pretty good. Up about 22%. Even then, like when you're stacking it one day at a time, $20, whatever, $40, I guess, $20, $40, and then next thing you know, you look up and you look at your stack and you're like, wow, I'm actually at 0.1 Bitcoin for the year, right? And then the next year, maybe you're like, oh wow, I'm at 0.2 Bitcoin. Oh wow, and then right, you keep it going, and on top of that, you add the fact that it's going up in value, like number go up, so it's like, it's pretty wild. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's just a cool thing to be able to look at, I guess. Right? What are we gonna do, guys? Oh my gosh, are you going I already asked you guys if you're going trick or treating or not, right? But anyways, that is the show. If you're just here to watch the stacking, you just witnessed it. We do stack here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna hang out for another couple minutes, and then we'll sign off. Okay. Questions. If anybody has any questions or comments they would like to make, put it in the chat. It's crazy to see Bitcoin go up so crazy. Like the previous all-time high before we hit this before the ETFs, like the all-time high of like 2021 or 2020, whatever it was. That is the support structure for this last dip. It looks like, right? When you look at it on the chart, the previous all-time high is the bottom, is a support for this dip right now. If we can, the previous all-time high was $69,327 or something like that, $69,300, and the current price is at $70,000. Right? I don't think we'll break 69,000. Hey, but who knows? Who knows? Either case, though, we're stacking, right? Man, sheesh. It's crazy. It's crazy to see these numbers. So crazy. Have any of you guys started receiving phone calls or texts from people about what Bitcoin is doing or that kind of stuff? Oops, where'd it go? There it is. Google. A lot of people that are making Bitcoin content are look at Google Trends. They look on Google Trends and they search for like, for example, Bitcoin. Oops. And they see. Let's see if it works. Oops, right there. Google Trends Bitcoin. It's dead. Nobody cares about Bitcoin. Look at it. But soon enough, Bitcoin will break the all-time high, and it'll be in the news, and people will start to do more searches on it. You know, how to buy Bitcoin. How to buy Bitcoin. Look at what year was this? When was this? Oh, okay, that was October 30th. I need a longer time. I need a longer time span here, guys. Come on. Over time. Why can't we do like a different range? Can we change the range? Oh, past day. Here it is. Let's do past 5 years. Past 5 years. Look at it. It matches the chart. People search how to buy Bitcoin. On the peak of how to buy Bitcoin was. What was it? Right. There. January 3rd through 9th, 2021. How to buy Bitcoin was like super popular. And then December 2022, how to buy Bitcoin. And then August 2023, okay. And nothing so far. Crazy. How about just Bitcoin in general? What is Bitcoin? For the past 5 years. What was this? This is the first pump and the second pump. Yeah, 2021. And yeah, that's funny. What is Bitcoin? When the price is pumping, people start to do more searching on what is Bitcoin. See, that's funny. And right now we're not seeing any searches on what is Bitcoin. Where is it? Let's do 7 days. Let's do 30 days, 90 days. What is Bitcoin? A little bit of interest right there. What is Bitcoin? Right. What about inflation? People searching for inflation? Kind of. It's pretty. September 11, 2024. Wow. Interesting. Just Bitcoin in general. Just Bitcoin by itself. When was this? Going back to the 5-year, guys. Sorry. 5-year. Yeah, nobody cares. How about since 2004 to now? It matches the price chart too. That's funny. What's a note? An improvement? Okay, yeah. Anyway. It's pretty funny. I'm going to be a psychopath maxi Bitcoiner for Halloween. Let's go. I mean, so much candy. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go trick or treating with my kids tonight. And you know what? I think I'm going to get candy too, guys. Is it bad? Okay, I got a poll for you guys right now, okay? Starting a poll. Start Q&A. Start a poll. Here you go. Should adults I should add that are wearing a costume. Okay, I'm not just going, you can't just go willy-nilly without a costume. Should adults with an actual costume that dress up, should they be allowed to trick or treat? Okay. Should adults be allowed to trick or treat? Let's start the controversy, guys. Let's get some controversy going on to pump up the channel, guys. Okay. Yes, I believe adults should be able to trick or treat as long as they're wearing a costume, or no, that's wrong. Let the kids get their treats. Let's go. I want to start a fight in the chat. Controversy makes more entertaining content, right? Should adults trick or treat, or leave it for the kids? You jerks. We have a split. That's good. We have a split. Make your case in the chat. Make your case. Why shouldn't adults be able to trick or treat? Why not? They dress up. They have an inner child that wants to dress up and get candy. Okay. Make your case. compelling content being created right here on the fly. No, go buy your own candy, you old man. You make a good point, Leonard. You make a strong case. Okay, so this is the rule. If you have a job, you shouldn't be out there trick or treating. How's that? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. It's mostly no's. I like it. Ooh, I hit a sore spot. Freedom. Nobody tells me that I can't trick or treat. Why are you encroaching on my rights to trick or treat, bro? All right. We don't want to start a riot, guys. Just having a little bit of fun. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. If you're out there trick or treating as an adult, make sure you keep your mask on so nobody knows, and use a little kid voice. Be like, trick or treat when you say trick or treat. Don't go out there with the costume and use your manly voice. Trick or treat. All the kids that are trick or treating with you be like, what? That's a grown up. You know? Anyway. Stay safe. If you're trick or treating, make sure you look both ways before you cross the street. Wear reflective stuff and like lights Stick close to your parents. Have your parents check your candy before you eat it. Okay. And have your parents bring a backpack so they can carry your load for you. Okay. And if you're giving away candy, that's awesome. I appreciate that. So keep the spirit of Halloween going, and it helps build community, right? If you're gonna be a Scrooge in your house with the lights off, hey, hats off to you. Just do what you want to do, right? I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Sat Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later. Let's go, McLovin.